On a scorching August morning in 2016, 28-year-old Lakshmi Devi stepped out of her employer's luxurious villa in Dubai's exclusive Jumeirah district to throw away the garbage. The security cameras at the villa's gate captured her walking toward the street in her simple cotton sari, carrying a black plastic bag. She never walked back. For 5 long years, her family in Kerala, India believed she had simply run away to find better work. But in 2021, a confession in a Dubai courtroom would reveal a truth so horrifying that it would expose the dark underbelly of domestic worker abuse in one of the world's wealthiest cities. The story begins in 2015, in a small village called Palakkad in Kerala, India, where monsoon rains had destroyed the rice crops for the 3rd consecutive year. Lakshmi Devi, a young mother of 2, faced an impossible choice: watch her children go hungry or leave them behind to work as a domestic helper in the Gulf countries, where Indian women could earn more in a month than they could make in a year back home. The UAE's kafala system, a legal framework that ties migrant workers to their employers, had brought millions of domestic workers to the Emirates. For families like Lakshmi's, it represented hope. For others, it became a trap from which there was no escape. Lakshmi was recruited through an agency in Kochi that promised her a monthly salary of 1,200 dirhams to work for the Al Rashid family in Dubai. The contract seemed legitimate. She would work as a housemaid, have 1 day off per week, and send money home to support her 2 young daughters and elderly parents. Like thousands of other women from Kerala, she kissed her children goodbye and boarded a flight to Dubai International Airport, carrying nothing but a small suitcase and enormous hope. The Al Rashid family lived in a sprawling villa in Jumeirah 1, one of Dubai's most prestigious neighborhoods. The house sat behind high walls and electronic gates, its windows tinted black against the desert sun. Ahmed Al Rashid was a successful businessman who owned several construction companies. His wife Fatima rarely worked, spending her days shopping at Dubai Mall or visiting friends. They had 3 children and needed help managing their household. When Lakshmi arrived at Dubai International Airport in September 2015, she was met by a driver who took her passport for safekeeping, a common practice that left domestic workers completely dependent on their employers. She was driven through Dubai's gleaming streets to the Al Rashid villa, where she was shown to a small room next to the kitchen that would become her world for the next 11 months. The reality of her situation became clear within days. Lakshmi worked from 5 a.m. to midnight, 7 days a week. She cleaned the massive villa, cooked meals, looked after the children, and tended the garden. Her promised day off never materialized. Her salary was frequently delayed, and when she asked about sending money home, Fatima Al Rashid would scream at her in Arabic, a language Lakshmi barely understood. By August 2016, Lakshmi had become desperate. She had managed to call her family only twice in 11 months, and both conversations were monitored by her employers. Her daughters back in Kerala were asking when their mother would come home. Her parents were sick and needed money for medical treatment. The isolation and endless work had taken a severe toll on her mental health. The events of August 15, 2016 began like any other day in the Al Rashid household. Lakshmi woke before dawn to prepare breakfast, her movements captured by the villa's extensive security camera system. She served tea to Ahmed Al Rashid before he left for work, helped the children get ready for school, and began her daily cleaning routine under Fatima's watchful eye. But this day was different. According to phone records later obtained by police, Lakshmi had somehow managed to contact the Indian consulate in Dubai from a neighbor's phone the previous evening. She had whispered desperately into the phone that she needed help, that she wanted to go home, and that her employers were threatening her. The consulate official had promised to investigate, but help would come too late. At approximately 10:30 a.m., while Ahmed was at work and the children were at school, an argument erupted between Lakshmi and Fatima Al Rashid. Neighbors later reported hearing shouting in both Arabic and broken English. Security footage from the villa's internal cameras, footage that wouldn't be discovered until years later, captured the horrifying scene that unfolded next. Fatima Al Rashid, enraged that Lakshmi had contacted the consulate, began beating the young woman with a wooden rolling pin from the kitchen. Lakshmi tried to defend herself, but she was no match for her employer's fury. The attack continued for nearly 20 minutes as Lakshmi begged for mercy in Malayalam, her native language. What happened next would haunt investigators for years. As Lakshmi lay unconscious on the marble kitchen floor, blood pooling beneath her head, Fatima Al Rashid made a phone call to her husband. Ahmed rushed home from his office, arriving at the villa just after noon. Together, they made a decision that would cover up their crime for 5 years. The couple wrapped Lakshmi's body in a Persian carpet from their living room. They waited until darkness fell, then loaded the carpet into Ahmed's Range Rover. Security cameras at the villa's gate recorded the vehicle leaving at 11:47 p.m., returning 3 hours later without its grim cargo. To cover their tracks, the Al Rashids concocted an elaborate lie. They told neighbors that Lakshmi had stolen jewelry and money before running away. They filed a police report claiming theft, painting the young woman as an ungrateful criminal who had betrayed their trust. The story was convincing enough that the initial investigation focused on finding a runaway domestic worker rather than solving a murder. For months after Lakshmi's disappearance, the case remained classified as a missing person investigation. Dubai police, overwhelmed with similar cases of domestic workers who had allegedly run away, devoted limited resources to finding her. The Al Rashid family's theft report seemed to explain her sudden disappearance, and without a body or evidence of foul play, investigators had little to work with. But Lakshmi's family in Kerala refused to give up. Her father, Krishnan Nair, traveled to Dubai in early 2017 using his life savings. He spent weeks visiting the Indian consulate, police stations, and worker advocacy groups, insisting that his daughter would never have run away without contacting her family. His persistence kept the case alive when it might otherwise have been forgotten. The breakthrough came in late 2019, when Dubai implemented new regulations requiring all domestic worker accommodations to have updated security systems. During a routine inspection of the Al Rashid villa, authorities discovered that the family's internal security cameras had been malfunctioning for years, but the hard drives containing historical footage had never been wiped. Dubai Police's Digital Forensics Division spent months recovering data from the damaged drives. What they found changed everything. Clear video evidence showed Fatima Al Rashid's brutal attack on Lakshmi, the cleanup operation, and the removal of the body. The footage was so detailed that investigators could even see Ahmed Al Rashid's face as he helped carry the carpet to his car. Armed with this evidence, police arrested both Ahmed and Fatima Al Rashid in January 2020. During initial questioning, both denied any wrongdoing, sticking to their story about Lakshmi being a thief who had run away. But the video evidence was overwhelming, and their stories began to fall apart under intense interrogation. The investigation revealed additional horrifying details. Medical examiner Dr. Samira Hassan, who reviewed the security footage, determined that Lakshmi had likely been alive for several hours after the initial attack. The young woman had been lying injured and alone, while her employers planned her disposal. Phone records showed that the couple had researched methods for disposing of bodies online, using Ahmed's office computer to search for information about decomposition and desert burial sites. Police traced the route of Ahmed's Range Rover on the night of August 15, 2016. Using traffic cameras and GPS data, they determined that the vehicle had traveled to a remote area of the Dubai Desert Conservation Reserve, about 65 kilometers from the city. Ground-penetrating radar and cadaver dogs were deployed to search the area, but the harsh desert conditions and shifting sands had made recovery of Lakshmi's remains impossible. The investigation also uncovered evidence of systematic abuse that Lakshmi had endured during her time with the Al Rashid family. Medical reports from a clinic visit in July 2016, which Fatima had claimed was for a routine checkup, actually documented multiple injuries consistent with physical abuse. Bank records showed that Lakshmi's salary had been paid only 3 times in 11 months, and the money had been deposited into an account controlled by her employers rather than sent to her family in India. The trial of Ahmed and Fatima Al Rashid began in Dubai Criminal Court in March 2021, 5 years after Lakshmi Devi's murder. The case attracted international attention as advocacy groups highlighted it as an example of the abuse faced by domestic workers under the kafala system. For months, both defendants maintained their innocence, despite the overwhelming video evidence. Their defense attorneys argued that the security footage was unclear and that Lakshmi's disappearance remained unexplained. But as the trial progressed and more evidence was presented, their position became increasingly untenable. The turning point came on September 14, 2021, when Ahmed Al Rashid suddenly changed his plea to guilty. In a dramatic courtroom confession that shocked spectators, he provided a detailed account of the crime. He admitted that his wife had beaten Lakshmi to death in a fit of rage and that he had helped dispose of the body to protect his family's reputation. "I was scared," Ahmed told the court through tears. "I knew what my wife had done was wrong, but I thought if we hid the body, no one would ever know. I thought we could just say she ran away like so many other maids do." I never imagined her family would keep looking for her for so many years. Fatima al-Rashid initially refused to accept responsibility, claiming she had acted in self-defense when Lakshmi allegedly attacked her. But faced with her husband's confession and the clear video evidence of her prolonged assault, she eventually pleaded guilty to manslaughter. On November 28, 2021, Dubai Criminal Court delivered its verdict. Ahmed al-Rashid was sentenced to 15 years in prison for accessory to murder and destruction of evidence. Fatima al-Rashid received a 25-year sentence for voluntary manslaughter. Both were also ordered to pay blood money of 200,000 dirhams to Lakshmi's family in India. The sentencing was seen as a landmark moment for domestic worker rights in the UAE. Judge Khalid al-Mansouri specifically noted that the case demonstrated the need for stronger protections for vulnerable workers. The victim came to this country seeking a better life for her family, he said. Instead, she found only exploitation and death. This cannot be tolerated in our society. For Lakshmi's family in Kerala, the verdict brought some measure of justice, but the pain of their loss remained overwhelming. Her father, Krishnan Nair, who had spent years fighting for answers, died of heart failure just 2 months before the trial concluded. He never lived to see his daughter's killers convicted. Lakshmi's 2 daughters, now teenagers, have been raised by their grandmother with support from worker advocacy organizations. The blood money from the al-Rashid family has provided for their education, but nothing can replace the mother they lost when they were just children. The case sparked broader reforms in the UAE's treatment of domestic workers. New regulations now require employers to allow workers regular contact with their families, mandate annual medical checkups, and establish clearer procedures for reporting abuse. While the kafala system remains in place, the Lakshmi Devi case became a catalyst for change that has improved conditions for thousands of other domestic workers. Today, Lakshmi's body remains somewhere in the Dubai desert, her final resting place known only to the shifting sands. But her story lives on as a reminder of the human cost of exploitation and the importance of protecting the world's most vulnerable workers. In a city built by migrant labor, her case stands as both a tragedy and a warning that justice, though sometimes delayed, will eventually find those who prey upon the powerless.